If you've never played Stardew Valley, then you've never played a good game in your entire life. Stardew Valley combines farm and life simulation and is much deeper than this at the surface. It's the game that keeps on giving. You start off the game and Santa is passing down his farm to you and you're just kind of left to start off there. You have a somewhat realistic calendar with real seasonal changes, holidays, and birthdays in a town with characters that have so much more depth than the characters in other life sim games. This game comes with characters that have a past, dreams, and alcohol problems. I mean, it's great. The characters are like real people and don't call you DJ Kev all the time, even though you don't DJ at all. And I feel like I've met a version of each of these characters in real life. In real life, I've met the beautiful artist that loves nature, the miserable guy who thinks he's better than everyone but secretly hates himself, the girl who says things like universe and vibes every 10 seconds and collects crystals, the beautiful long-haired musician slash novelist you'd hide your girl from, and the basic bimbo who would visit Starbucks all the time if this game had one. Stardew starts off slow because you're in a world just doing simple tasks like cutting down trees, planting a small amount of crops, or fishing, but then you're fighting in a mine and upgrading gear, and then collecting items for a community center which unlocks upgrades to your gameplay, including an alcoholic bus driver that takes you to a desert for a whole new mine to explore, making the game even more rewarding. If that wasn't enough for you, you'll eventually unlock an island in the game with other tasks and ways to keep playing the game. This game is beyond addicting, and to make matters worse, you can only save by going to sleep. But when you wake up, you could have crops ready or tools ready to be picked up, farm buildings that finish production or something that motivates you to keep playing, so you keep saying, okay, let me play for one more Stardew day, and then you end up playing for several Stardew days. You're constantly in a state of wondering what's next in this small but massive game with well over 100 hours of content. It's not often I play a video game that is not only this long and fun, but it actually has taught me several life lessons that I mentally refer back to often to this day. I actually have a video that goes in depth on these life lessons, so feel free to check those out here. Stardew Valley could influence the entire gaming community and potentially influence other gaming companies that not every game needs to be a massive open world or a major AAA title to be successful. When companies like Naughty Dog and Bethesda spend years and years to make a successful game that sells, they say, damn, this game was good, let's sell another game just like that, then sell the game just like it several more times. But with Stardew Valley, only one producer named Eric Barone managed to independently make a game selling over 20 million copies, making it worth over $300 million.
He created the entire game by himself.
That means all the music, all the art, all the programming, all the writing, all the game design.
Some game companies today are stuck with this idea that all games must be huge and the fun must be stretched out to make the game a longer experience rather than a shorter but more enjoyable experience. Sometimes the best games are the games that are about 10 hours of game that is so fun it will be revisited for 10, 20, 30 plus more hours. For example, Mario RPG is a 15-hour game, but the combat is so fun that after beating it, I've considered going back to experience it again so it can be a game that isn't lengthy, but has a lot more fulfilling hours than a lengthy game like Assassin's Creed with only a few critical moments in the story. I've played Stardew Valley for nearly 300 hours, 180 hours on PS5 and 130 hours on Steam, and had many fulfilling hours, and I haven't caught myself thinking, let me grind to get to the good part, not even once. Even during the beginning of my second playthrough, because the grind is the good part. That is impressive for a game like this.